Hello everyone, my name is Kiran and I am your botany faculty at Infinity Learn. I welcome you back at Infinity Learn by Sri Chaitanya platform, my dear students. Today, I will be discussing all the important questions NTA has asked in the previous history of NEET exam. And the chapter that I am going to deal today is your chapter number 5, class 11, Morphology in Flowering Plant. So, are you guys ready? Hello Avinash. Hello Avinash. I forgot the name. What was the name? Can you Bicham, can you tell me what's the exact name that you told me in the last class? That will be really helpful for me. So if you haven't subscribed to Infinity Learn by Sri Chaitanya till now, I request you guys to consider subscribing to Infinity Learn NEET channel. Next, so as I told you, we will be discussing all the important PYQs from morphology of flowering plant, and I will really appreciate, my dear students, if you will participate in the session as well. So let's start with the very first question that is coming on your screen. Hello Avinash, come on, give it a try, my lovely kids. What do you think is the right answer to this question? The roots that originate from the base of the stem are. This question was in fact asked in NEET 2020. Any guesses what's the right answer to this question? Give it a try. Yes. So the roots that originate from the base of the stem are known as fibrous roots. So in this session, my kids, we will be discussing not only the important PYQs, but we will also try to revise a little theory related to the question that NTA has asked in the previous history of NEET exam as it goes. So let's because this question was based on roots, so let us try to understand, let us try to revise a little about roots. So as you can see, there are three types of roots: taproot, fibrous roots and adventitious root. Now what you need to understand, the differentiator over here is, I forgot your name. Will you help me in recalling what was your name, my dear? Your name was from S, I guess. I'm waiting for your name. Please let me know, the one who has replied A right now. Can you tell me what exactly your name is? So taproot are formed because of the direct elongation of the radicle. Please note, my dear students, taproots are formed from the direct elongation of the radicle, and it also bears lateral roots. Next, when we talk about fibrous roots, so what happens in plants, mostly monocots, my dear students, that too example is given in NCERT. Yeah, Savita, so sorry for that. It slipped from our mind. Please accept my apologies, Savita. So what I wanted to say over here is, in plants, most of the monocots like wheat plant, the primary root is short-lived and soon it is replaced by a large number of small roots known as fibrous roots. So this is the fibrous roots. Next is, my lovely kids, about adventitious root. Adventitious roots means whenever roots arises from parts of the plants other than the root, other than the radicle, they are known as adventitious root. Example, grass, monstera, banyan tree. So roots arises from parts of the plant other than radicle are known as adventitious roots. Roots arises from the direct elongation of radicle, taproot. In plants like wheat, most of the monocotyledons, the taproot, or I can also say the primary root, is very short-lived. It is soon replaced by a large number of small roots coming out from the base of the stem known as fibrous roots. So I hope you got the answer, and I hope you will not make the mistake if you were not able to answer this one right. Can you explain once again? Oh, why not? So this question, Saira, was about the roots that originate from the base of the stem are. So the answer is fibrous root. The theory related to this question is directly given in NCERT. So if you notice, there are three types of roots that are discussed in NCERT. The first one is the taproot. Taproot is formed due to the direct elongation of the radicle. Remember, in a seed, let's say this is a seed. So in a seed, what you will see, my dear? So here in the seed, you can see radicle, right? And you can see plumule. So plumule will actually give rise to the shoot and shoot system, and radicle will give rise to the root and root system. So whenever a root is formed due to direct elongation of the radicle, you will call it as a taproot, right? Example, it is seen in dicot plants like mustard. Whenever, now in the case of most of the monocotyledons, example wheat plant, what happens, the primary root is actually short-lived. It degenerates, it is soon replaced by a large number of small roots arises from the base of the stem known as fibrous roots. Please notice this. Next is the adventitious root. So whenever roots arises from any part of the plant other than the radicle, they are termed as adventitious roots, as seen in grass, monstera and banyan tree. Is that okay, Saira? Any doubts now? Avinash, are you there in the class, my dear? Avinash, are you there in the class? I did not get any reply from you. Please let me know if you're there in the class. Next, is that okay, Saira? Please let me know. So the next question is, sweet potato is a modified. So can anybody tell me, this question was asked in NEET 2018. This question was asked in NEET 2018. Come on guys, give it a try. Give it a try. Come on. Very simple. And generally students get confused over here between sweet potato and potato. So always remember, sweet potato is a modified adventitious roots. It is a root. It is not a stem. Please remember this. Okay. Next. Now let us try to revise a little about stem modified or modification of stem. This will help you in answering the other coming questions. Yeah, that was right, Savita. Now let us try to revise some of the important modification of the stem, based on which I will give you practice of the important NEET questions. So first let us revise them. So first I will be talking about modifications in underground stem. So these are examples of underground stem and modifications in them, right? So first of all we will be talking about rhizome, tuber, corm and bulb. So if you notice, my dear students, what is rhizome? Rhizome is a fleshy stem, grows parallel or horizontal to the soil surface. Such kind of rhizomes are seen in ginger and in turmeric. Please remember, the examples are important. Next is tuber. Tuber, terminal portion of the underground stem branch which gets swollen due to the accumulation of the food. Such types of tuber or stem modified into tuber are found in potato and Helianthus tuberosus. Next is corm. So it is a condensed structure which grows vertically beneath the surface of the soil. That means stem when become condensed and grow vertically beneath the surface of the stem. So it is usually unbranched and bear nodes, internode, buds and scaly leaf, such as seen in Colocasia and Amorphophallus, also known as Zameenkand. Please remember that. Thank you, Saira, for letting me know that. Next is bulb. Stem is highly reduced in bulb and disc shaped, surrounded by numerous fleshy leaves which store food. Such type of stem modification as bulb is seen in onion and garlic. Important. Next is, let us talk about some other modifications of stem. The first one is stem tendril. So in some plants like cucumber, pumpkin, watermelon and grapevines, stem also modified, especially the axillary buds that are present on the stem, they modified into stem tendril. So it develops from the axillary buds that are present on stem. Next, stem also modified, or rather I should say axillary buds that are present on stem, they also get modified into stem thorns. They are woody, straight and pointed structures, right? They act as thorns. Such kind of thorns or stem thorns are present in citrus and bougainvillea. All these are important information, my lovely kids. Next, Next is about phylloclade. This is also an important modification of stem seen in plants that live or that grow in area where there is very much or where there is scarcity of water. So what happens, the leaves which are supposed to do photosynthesis, but they also undergo or they are responsible for loss of the water through transpiration as well. So whenever a plant is growing in such a habitat where there is scarcity of water, arid or semi-arid region, what will happen, my dear students, leaves modified themselves into spines. Now if leaves will modify themselves into spine, who is going to do or perform the function of the leaf? It is the stem. So stem in such plants will become flat and start doing activity like that of the leaf. That means stem will become flat and start photosynthesis, right? And such kind of modification of stem into leaves or something that is working like a leaf is known as phylloclade. It is seen in Opuntia and Euphorbia. So in some plants of arid region, modify the stem into flattened or fleshy cylindrical structure. So flat stemmed into Opuntia and cylindrical stems are seen in Euphorbia. Cylindrical stems in Euphorbia, flat stems in Opuntia. Right, please remember. And there's one more thing that you need to remember. They will do what? These flat phylloclade, flat stem is going to contain chlorophyll and carry out photosynthesis. There's one more thing that you need to understand is about cladode, and also was given in one of the question in NEET exam by NTA. What is cladode? So remember, my dear students, when it is the case of phylloclade, entire stem become flat and perform the function of photosynthesis. But in cladode, only a part of stem becomes leaf-like and perform photosynthesis, as in Ruscus and Asparagus. So Ruscus and Asparagus has cladode, where the entire stem does not modify themselves to perform a function like of a leaf, that is photosynthesis. That's the difference. Next. So let's come back to the questions then, and these important theory points that are discussed right now, they will be helpful in attempting some questions that will be coming in the few minutes. So now this question is, root play significant role in absorption of water. Any guesses? Root play important role in absorption of water. Come on, give it a try, my lovely kids. Saira, Savita, Avinash, give it a try. Root play insignificant role in absorption of water in. It plays in Pistia. Why? Because Pistia is an aquatic plant. It is an aquatic plant. Pea, wheat and sunflower, all these are actually terrestrial plants. So roots play major role in absorbing water when plant has terrestrial habitat. When plant is already growing in a aquatic habitat, then the roots does not have to do a lot of homework to absorb water, because almost every part or body part of the plant will be in contact with the water. Right? I hope that is correct. Thank you, Saira. That's absolutely correct. Next question. Yeah, so as I told you, you will be seeing these questions. So in Bougainvillea, I have given you this, I discussed this theory, right? Let me see how many of you can get this one right. In Bougainvillea, thorns are modifications of. In Bougainvillea, thorns are modification of. Come on, give it a try, my lovely kids. In Bougainvillea, thorns are modification of. Come on. In Bougainvillea, thorns are modification of actually stem. Axillary buds, you remember I explained you. Axillary buds that are present on stem modify themselves into thorns in Bougainvillea and citrus. Next question. Excellent, Savita. Next question. This was asked in NEET Phase 1 2016. Which of the following is not a stem modification? Which of the following is not a stem modification? Give it a try, my lovely kids. Which of the following is not a stem modification? Come on. Which of the following is not a stem modification? Give it a try, my kids. See, so it's actually pitch of Nepenthes. It is actually It's a Nepenthes is actually a insectivorous plant. Yeah, right, Savita. And here picture of a Nepenthes, like picture like structure is formed because of the modification of leaf. So this is modification of leaf. Rest tendril of cucumber, flat structure of opuntia, thorns of citrus, all are modification of stem or axillary buds that are present on stem. Hope you got this. Next question, stem modified into flat organs performing the function of leaves. Question was asked in NEET Phase 1 2016. Stem modified into flat green organs performing the function like that of the leaves, that means performing the function of photosynthesis. Come on guys, give it a try. Trying is maximum I could expect from you. Give it a try. Yes, the answer is phylloclades. Right now I discussed with you, seen in opuntia and euphorbia, right? Yeah, next question. An example of edible underground stem. Question was asked in 2014. An example of edible underground stem is, that's right, it's potato. Potato is an example of an edible underground stem. Sweet potato is a modification of adventitious root. Right? Please remember, do not get confused guys. Leaves become modified into spines. Come on, give it a try. Leaves become modified into spines. In which plants? Come on, in which plants? In which plant this happens? Any guesses? Come on guys. Any guesses? Yeah, that's right, it's opuntia. Next. That's a good question. How many plants, that was asked in Karnataka NEET 2013. How many plants from China rose, ocimum, sunflower, mustard, alstonia, guava, calotropis, nerium have opposite phyllotaxy? Opposite phyllotaxy means two leaves are arising from single nodes. Have opposite phyllotaxy. Any guesses? Come on guys. Saira, Savita, any guesses guys? Any guesses? Give it a try at least. Okay, then let me help you out. The answer is actually ocimum, guava and calotropis. Only 3 out of them has opposite phyllotaxy. Now let me give you a revision. What is phyllotaxy? Arrangement of leaves on the stem or branch. It is of 3 types usually. Alternate when a single leaf arises at each node, seen in China rose, mustard and sunflower. Please remember this. Next, opposite phyllotaxy when a pair of leaf arises from each node. Pair of leaf arises from each node. Example, calotropis, guava and ocimum. So ocimum was not there in the NCERT, so I request everybody to add ocimum in your NCERT under opposite phyllotaxy. Please remember this and also note down in your NCERT. World taxonomy, more than 2 leaves arises from a single node, such as seen in alstonia and nerium. Hope this helps. Next question. In CYMOSE inflorescence, the main axis has limited growth, bears a solitary flower, has unlimited growth but lateral branches, or terminates in flower. Any guesses? Come on guys. Any guesses? Any guesses? Tell me. Any guesses? That's right, Savita. It will terminates into flower. So let's revise that. In CYMOSE inflorescence, what happened? Main axis continues to grow. Flowers are born laterally in acropetal succession. See this. So in acropetal succession means younger will be above and older will be below. This is acropetal. Right? Next, examples are radish, lupin and mustard. In CYMOSE inflorescence, this is the case where the axis terminates into a flower. So there is a flower on top. But in racemose, there is no flower on top. Here there is flower on the top. So it has, in racemose, the stem has actually, a floral axis actually has a limited growth. So here the main axis terminates in a flower, hence it has a limited growth. Flowers are born in basipetal order. Young ones below, older ones are above. That's how. So the order is basipetal. Begonia, teak and bougainvillea are important examples. Okay, Kevin, I will keep this thing in my mind that you want me to speak in Hindi. Kevin, what is your full name? May I know? आपका पूरा नाम क्या है, Kevin? रे फ्लोरेट्स हैव, बताइए रे फ्लोरेट्स के पास में क्या क्या, रे फ्लोरेट्स के पास में कौन से टाइप की ओवरी होती है? इंफीरियर, सुपीरियर, हाइपोगाइनस ओवरी या हाफ इंफीरियर ओवरी? कम ऑन गाइज, गिव इट अ ट्राई, कोशिश कीजिए। आपका नाम केविन ही है? ओके केविन, तो इसका आंसर दीजिए केविन। क्या लगता है आपको क्या आंसर होना चाहिए? सविता, सायरा, केविन, गिव इट अ ट्राई। What do you think is the right answer? Come on guys, come on. So the answer is inferior ovary. How? Ray florets are actually of sunflower, and in sunflower what happens? Sunflower actually has which type of a flower? Epigynous. Sunflower is an epigynous type of a flower. And what happens in an epigynous flower, my dear students? That's right, Savita. Inferior, that's right. What happened in ray florets or in sunflower? The thalamus actually overgrows. So because of the overgrowth of the thalamus, it covers the ovary, and the other floral appendages like the petals, sepals and stamens arises from a level above that of the ovary. Let me give you that revision. So कितने टाइप के फ्लावर्स है? 3 टाइप के फ्लावर्स है। किस बेसिस पर? कि ओवरी के कंपैरिजन में जो दूसरे फ्लोरल एपेंडेजेस हैं जैसे कि पेटल्स, सेपल्स और स्टेमन्स, वो किस तरीके से और कहाँ पर अरेंज्ड है इन कंपैरिजन टू द ओवरी। सो हाइपोगाइनस, पेरिगाइनस एंड एपिगाइनस, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक है। इस पे सबसे ज़्यादा क्वेश्चंस आ रखे हैं नीट एग्जाम में। सबसे पहले देखते हैं हाइपोगाइनस फ्लावर। तो ध्यान दीजिएगा, दिस इज व्हाट? दिस इज योर ओवरी, राइट? And other floral appendages like stamens, petals and sepals, ये कहाँ से arise हो रहे हैं? From the base of the ovary. That means all these floral appendages are present at the base of the ovary, making the ovary superior in position. So this type of a flower is hypogynous, means other floral appendages are arising below that of the ovary. So gynosium occupies the gynosium means ovary gynosium का ही पार्ट है, right? So gynosium or ovary occupies the highest position while the other floral parts are situated below it. As you can see, ovary in such flower is said to be superior. Examples are very, very important: mustard, China rose and brinjal. Next is perigynous. तो अगर आप ध्यान दें, other floral appendages also arises from almost the same level as that of the ovary. Gynosium is situated in the center and other parts of the flower are located on the rim of the thalamus almost at the same level. Ovaries is said to be half inferior, seen in plum, peach and rose. Next, the last one, epigynous, जिस पे आपका क्वेश्चन आया था। तो epigynous में क्या होता है? ये देखो, थैलेमस ओवरग्रो कर जाता है, ओवरी को अपने अंदर ले लेता है, तो बचते क्या है, ये जो दूसरे फ्लोरल अपेंडेजेस हैं, सेपल्स, पेटल्स और स्टेमन्स, ओवरी के लेवल से ऊपर की तरफ से अराइज होते हैं। तो मार्जिन ऑफ थैलेमस grows upward, enclosing the ovary completely and getting fused with it. The other parts of the flower arises above the level of the ovary. Hence, the ovary is said to be inferior. Example: guava, cucumber, and the ray florets of sunflower, जिस पे आपका क्वेश्चन आया था. Is this clear? Any doubts till now? Is this much clear, my lovely kids? Kevin, Savita, Saira. Next question. ओवरी इज हाफ इंफीरियर इन, ये अभी मैंने आपको पढ़ाया है. आई एक्सपेक्ट कि आप लोग इसका जवाब देंगे. दिस वॉज आस्क्ड इन नीट 2020. द ओवरी इज हाफ इंफीरियर इन. बताइए केविन, सविता, एनी गेसेस ऑन दिस वन? एनी गेसेस ऑन दिस वन? थैंक यू सविता. इस क्वेश्चन को ट्राई कीजिए. Come on. Kevin and Savita, try to answer this question. Yeah, that's right. Plum, peach and rose. Ovary is half inferior. Perigynous flower. This question was asked in NEET 2019. Placentation in which ovules develop on the inner wall of the ovary or in peripheral part. Come on, tell me, which type of placentation is this? Placentation means arrangement of ovules on the placenta. So ये कौन से टाइप का placentation है जिसपे ovules आपकी peripheral walls पर arranged होते हैं? Come on, give it a try. Come on. Yeah, that's right. The answer is actually parietal. Parietal type के placentation में. Next देखते हैं अब हम लोग. So let's revise a little. So what is placentation? It is the arrangement of ovules within the ovary on the placenta. There are 5 types of placentation given in NCERT: marginal, axial, parietal, free central and basal. पहले की बात करते हैं मार्जिनल प्लासेंटेशन. तो मार्जिनल प्लासेंटेशन में क्या होता है? प्लासेंटा फॉर्म्स अ रिज. तो प्लासेंटा एक रिज टाइप स्ट्रक्चर बनाती है अलोंग द वेंट्रल सचर. ये आपका वेंट्रल सचर है और अलोंग द वेंट्रल सचर वो एक रिज टाइप स्ट्रक्चर बनाती है. एंड ओव्यूल्स आर बोर्न ऑन दिस रिज. तो ओव्यूल्स कहाँ? ये रहे आपके ओव्यूल्स. तो ऑल्दो ये आपका फ्रूट है, ये पी एक फ्रूट है, राइट. तो इसके अंदर ये अभी आपको क्या दिख रहे हैं? सीड्स दिख रहे हैं. पर ये सीड्स कब बनेंगे? आफ्टर फर्टिलाइजेशन. फर्टिलाइजेशन से पहले यहाँ पे क्या होंगे? इसी जगह पे क्या थे पहले? ओव्यूल्स. एंड आफ्टर फर्टिलाइजेशन जब फ्रूट बनता है तो वहीं पे आपको अब सीड्स नजर आएंगे, राइट. सो दैट्स हाउ द मार्जिनल प्लासेंटेशन लुक लाइक. एग्जाम्पल इज पी. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, एक्साइल प्लासेंटेशन. तो क्या होगा? आपको सेंट्रल एक्सिस पर ये अरेंज्ड होंगे ओव्यूल्स. प्लासेंटेशन में प्लासेंटा एक्सियल यानी एक्सिस पे है. ओव्यूल्स आर अटैच्ड टू इट्स multilocular ovary. What is a multilocular ovary? When there are multiple locules, 1, 2 and 3. So 3 cavities or 3 locules are present inside an ovary. Example: China rose, tomato and lemon. Next is parietal. तो parietal में क्या होता है? So ovules develop on the inner wall of the ovary. तो इसी पे आपका क्वेश्चन था. देखो parietal पे तो क्वेश्चन था ना. Placentation in which ovules develop on the inner wall of the ovary or in peripheral part. और ये देखिए ovules develop on the inner wall of the ovary or in parietal or peripheral part. तो parietal placentation कहते हैं इसे. It is seen in mustard and argemone. Please remember this is how your parietal placentation look like. Okay, next is free central. free central में देखो यहाँ पर आपको कोई ऐसे जिस तरीके से आपको एक्सियल में दिख रहा था ना ओवरी, मल्टीलोक्यूलर ओवरी, उस टाइप से नजर नहीं आएगा. ओव्यूल्स आर बोर्न ऑन सेंट्रल एक्सिस एंड सेप्टा जो है आपके एब्सेंट है. डायंथस एंड प्राइमरोज आर द एग्जाम्पल. इस पे 2-3 बार एनटीए ने क्वेश्चन पूछा है. नेक्स्ट, दिस इज द लास्ट टाइप ऑफ प्लासेंटेशन, बेसल प्लासेंटेशन. तो प्लासेंटा डेवलप्स एट द बेस ऑफ द ओवरी एंड सिंगल ओव्यूल इज अटैच्ड. एग्जाम्पल: सनफ्लावर एंड marigold. This is how your basal placentation look like. Is this clear? Now attempt this question. I have provided you enough information that will help you in attempting this question. So come on guys, give it a try, attempt this question. Come on, attempt this question. Come on. This was asked in Odisha NEET 2019. Yes? Okay, let me help you then. Basal placentation, sunflower. Axile placentation, China rose. Parietal, mustard. Free central, dianthus. So A will match up to 4, B will match up to 2, C 1 and D will be 3. So C will be the answer. Right guys, where are you? Savita, Kevin, Saira, you guys are not replying. What happened? Next question. The term polyadelphous is related to. So guys, term polyadelphous is actually related to stamens. It is the arrangement of stamen. It is cohesion of stamen. So what happens is, first of all, stamen word is related to androecium, because what is androecium? Group of stamens. So the answer is androecium. But the point is, let us see from where this term is asked. So in your NCERT, in my dear students, in flower part, under androecium section, that is just before the gynoecium part, under androecium, it has been mentioned cohesion of stamens. So what is cohesion of stamen? How stamens are arranged within each other, right? So among each other, how they are arranged. The stamens in a flower may either remain free or may be united in a varying degree. If the stamens, all the stamens present in a flower are free, you will call it as polyandrous condition. But if they are not free and they are united, the unition or the way in which they will unite can be of different type. For example, all the stamens that are present in a flower will unite together to form a single bundle or a bunch, right? Such condition is known as monoadelphous condition, seen in China rose. Please remember these examples with the images, right? It helps you to remember and retain it for a longer period of time. Next is, my dear student, diadelphous condition. When stamens are arranged together, they are united to each other in two separate bundles, such as seen in P. And when stamens are arranged in more than two bundles, they are united in more than two bunch or bundle. In that case, the term is known as polyadelphous. An example is citrus. I hope this will help you. Next question. This was asked in NEET second phase 2016. Free central placentation is found in. Come on guys. Free central placentation is found in. I have already explained you. Yes, the answer is dianthus. Next question. The standard petal of a papilionaceous corolla is also called as. The standard petal, the largest petal in the papilionaceous corolla, is known as, very simple, vexillum, or standard also you can say. Right guys? Next question. Axile placentation is present in. I have already explained you this. I expect you to give answer to this one. Axile placentation is seen in lemon. Next question. This was asked in 2014. When the margins of sepals or petals overlap one another without any particular direction, then the condition is known as. So this type of aestivation is where the petals or the sepals are overlapping each other but not in a particular fashion. Such type of aestivation is termed as imbricate and seen in cassia and gul moher. Whenever this overlapping is in particular fashion, particular direction, it is known as twisted aestivation, right? So do not get confused in this one. Next, this question was asked in NEET 2017. Coconut fruit is this is given in your NCERT about coconut and mango, my dear students. Both are examples of drupe fruits. They both are example of drupe fruits, right? It's a NCERT question. Next, the morphological nature of the edible part of the coconut is. The morphological nature of the edible part of the coconut is, come on, in coconut you all must be enjoying a part where you drink it and a part where you eat it. So that liquid part that you drink and even that white kernel part that you eat, both are morphologically nothing but endosperm. What are they? Endosperm. Next question. Yeah, that's right. Placenta and pericarp both are edible portion in. Out of these 4 options, where do you think you can eat placenta as well as pericarp? Pericarp is the fruit layers, fruit walls. So what do you think is the right answer? So the right answer is tomato, because if you remember, you can eat the entire tomato like that. You don't have to remove anything. So you eat placenta on which the seeds are there, right, in a fruit, and then you also eat the pericarp as well without removing or peeling it. The body of ovule is fused within the funicle at. This question was asked in the latest NEET 2020. Come on, give it a try. Yes, Savita, that's absolutely correct. That's correct. Now what about this question? Savita, can you try this one? Savita, can you try this one? So body of the ovule is fused within the funicle at hilum. Yeah, hello Amit. You are quite late today in the session. What happened Amit? इतना late क्यों? आधे से ज़्यादा questions करा लिए. But at least इसका recording ज़रूर देखना Amit. This will be very helpful for your coming NEET 2022 exam. Right Amit? Chalo, cotyledon of maize grain is called as, this question was asked in NEET phase 1 2016. Cotyledon of maize grain is known as, come on, give it a try. Come on, give it a try, my lovely kids. Yes, recording ज़रूर देखना अमित, it will be very helpful for you. आपको ये पता होना चाहिए कि कौन से टॉपिक से कितने सवाल आए हैं. To be, let me mention this right now my dear students, सबसे ज़्यादा क्वेश्चन मॉर्फोलॉजी में आते हैं आपके फ्लावर एंड इट्स पार्ट से. सो अगर आपके पास में बहुत कम टाइम है और अगर आप पूरा चैप्टर रिवाइज नहीं कर सकते हैं तो एटलीस्ट फ्लावर एंड इट पार्ट्स को करें. In the history of NEET from 2013 to 2021, some roughly 15 to 17 question has been asked till date. इतने सारे question और किसी टॉपिक से नहीं पूछे गए हैं. अगर आप मुझसे पूछे रूट, स्टेम, लीव्स, इन सब से एट मैक्स 2, 3, 4 क्वेश्चंस पूछे गए हैं. फ्लावर की जो यहाँ पे जो फैमिलीज़ हैं, राइट, यहाँ पे जो फ्लावरिंग प्लांट्स की जो फैमिलीज़ हैं, सोलेनेसी, फेबेसी, लिलिएसी, इससे भी ज़्यादा नहीं, सिर्फ सबके मिलाकर ही 3-4 क्वेश्चन पूछे गए हैं. तो अगर इसमें सबसे ज़्यादा अगर कोई इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक है इस चैप्टर में तो फ्लावर एंड इट्स पार्ट है. अपना ज़्यादा वक्त ज़ाया मत करना. डोंट वेस्ट योर टाइम इन रिवाइजिंग टू मच एक्स्ट्रा फ्रॉम एनसीईआरटी बिकॉज एनटीए इज़ नॉट आस्किंग इट. जो चीज़ पूछी नहीं जा रही तो उस पर वक्त बर्बाद मत कीजिएगा. एटलीस्ट गिव इट अ ट्राई कि आप जितना एनसीईआरटी में लिखा है उतना याद कर लें. और अगर बहुत कम समय है रिविजन के अंदर या आप एग्ज़ाम से जस्ट पहले अगर मॉर्फोलॉजी में से कुछ रिवाइज करने का सोच रहे हैं तो एटलीस्ट फ्लावर एंड इट्स पार्ट को ज़रूर याद कीजिएगा. आई होप you will remember this information. तो yeah, everybody is right over here. मेज क्या है आपका? एक मोनोकॉट है. मेज आपका मोनोकॉट है और मोनोकॉट के अंदर एक ही कॉटलेडन होता है जो कि पोजीशन में लेटरल होता है, राइट. तो उस कॉटलेडन को क्या कहा जाता है? स्कूटेलम कहा जाता है. एक्सलेंट. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. अगर यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन, यस मैम अभी मैं सिर्फ एनसीईआरटी ही रिवाइज, और यही करना है एवरीबॉडी, सविता, सायरा, अमित, आप लोग जो भी इस सेशन को देख रहे हैं, मेरा आपसे काइंड रिक्वेस्ट है सिर्फ एनसीईआरटी पर ही फोकस रखिए. बाहर से कुछ मत पढ़िए. जितना टाइम है आपके पास में उतना ही ज़्यादा सिलेबस को मत फैलाओ. डू नॉट स्टडी समथिंग दैट यू वोंट बी एबल टू रिवाइज इन द कमिंग 10, 20, 50 और 30 डेज. जिस चीज़ को आप रिवाइज नहीं कर पाएंगे उस चीज़ को पढ़ के अपने समय को बर्बाद मत कीजिए. जिसे पहले से पढ़ चुके हैं उसे ही पढ़िए. तो कुछ भी एक्स्ट्रा मत कीजिए. जितना एनसीईआरटी में लिखा है एटलीस्ट उतना याद रखिए, राइट. या तो अगर यहाँ पर एक और एनटीए ने क्वेश्चन पूछा था जहाँ पर मेज की जगह उन्होंने वीट प्लांट मेंशन कर दिया था, तो ध्यान रखिएगा वीट हो चाहे मेज हो सब मोनोकॉट है और उनके अंदर जो एक कॉटलेडन पाया जाता है उसे स्कूटेलम कहते हैं. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज करेक्ट. इसमें आपको करेक्ट आउट ऑफ द 4 स्टेटमेंट आपको करेक्ट के बारे में पूछा गया है. तो कैन यू आइडेंटिफाई विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज करेक्ट ओवर हियर एवरीबॉडी इन द सेशन? कम ऑन. Let me help you then. The seeds in grass is not endospermic. That is wrong. Grasses are monocots, and in monocots, in most of the monocots, the seeds are endospermic. Mango is a parthenocarpic fruit. No, mango is a true fruit. A proteinaceous aileron layer is present in the maize grain. Yes, that separates the endosperm from the embryo. That's absolutely correct. A sterile pistil is called staminode. No, a sterile stamen is called staminode. I hope this will help you. Next question. Yeah, absolutely correct, Amit and Savita. See, so only 2 or 3 questions were asked from plant families, and I'm giving you those examples. So do not study anything outside NCERT from families, right? So tricarpellary syncarpus gynoecium is found in the flowers of. Tricarpellary syncarpus gynoecium is found in the flowers of. Everybody? Give it a try. Come on. Yeah, the answer is Liliaceae. Next. So this is the last question. This was asked in 2015, although the exam got cancelled, but the question is important. This is the floral formula and it belongs to which family? The family name is not given here, and you are supposed to guess it with the help of the example of a plant that is included in that family. तो अगर जब भी आप फ्लोरल फॉर्मूला देखेंगे तो आपको क्या, आपके दिमाग में क्या आना चाहिए? ये देखो, यहाँ पे एक कंडीशन दे रखी है, इसको एपिपेटलस कंडीशन कहते हैं. एपिपेटलस कंडीशन क्या होता है? जब जो स्टेमन्स है वो पेटल्स के ऊपर अटैच हो जाते हैं तो उसे एपिपेटलस कंडीशन कहा जाता है. और इसी एपिपेटलस कंडीशन को सी और ए यानी कोरोला और एंड्रोशियम के ऊपर ये आर्क बनाकर रिप्रेजेंट किया जाता है. और ऐसा आर्क किस फ्लोरल फैमिली में आपने देखा था? बस एक ही में देखा होगा जो एनसीईआरटी के अंदर दे रखी है, वो है सोलेनेसी. तो आप मुझे बता सकते हैं इसमें से कौन सा एग्जाम्पल है सोलेनेसी का? Which of the following is an example of Solanaceae? It's pretty simple. A. Petunia is an example of Solanaceae. Right? Excellent. This question was asked in 2015. So these were the questions, my lovely kids, I wanted to discuss in this class. That's all from this. And if you haven't subscribed to Infinity Learn NEET channel, do consider subscribing, and also subscribe to Infinity Learn NEET Telegram channel for assignment, notes and daily update, and the link to join this channel will be given in the description. So thank you guys for listening to me. That's all from this class. Do like, share and subscribe. So these were the important questions that NTA has asked from this chapter. इन सभी questions को न सिर्फ आपको solve करना होता है, बल्कि इन question से आप ये आइडिया लगाने की कोशिश कीजिए कि NTA ने NCERT के हर एक टॉपिक, इस चैप्टर से रिलेटेड हर एक टॉपिक में से कितने क्वेश्चन पूछे हैं, और जो क्वेश्चन पूछे हैं उनको भी कौन से डेटा या कौन सी इन्फॉर्मेशन से पूछे हैं. तो एनटीए का एक पैटर्न होता है क्वेश्चन पूछने का, वो हमेशा अपनी हिस्ट्री को रिपीट करता है. तो जिस पैराग्राफ, जिस कॉन्सेप्ट से उसने पहले क्वेश्चन पूछा था, वो वैसा ही सिमिलर क्वेश्चन आपसे वापस पूछेगा. राइट? सो अगर आप बहुत कुछ रिवाइज नहीं कर पाए एनसीईआरटी में से भी, एटलीस्ट आप उन टॉपिक्स को ज़रूर रिवाइज करें, उन कॉन्सेप्ट्स को ज़रूर रिवाइज करें जिन पर अभी तक एनटीए ने क्वेश्चन पूछे हैं. तो इन सेशंस की मदद से आप लोगों को ये बहुत अच्छी तरीके से समझ में आ जाएगा कि एनटीए ने कौन कौन से कॉन्सेप्ट्स पर क्वेश्चन पूछे हैं. तो जब भी ये जो सेशंस आप देखते हैं प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन वाले, इन्हें अच्छे तरीके से सॉल्व करने के साथ साथ एनालाइज भी कीजिए कि कौन से टॉपिक में से कौन सी लाइन, कौन सा पैराग्राफ ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है जिस पर एनटीए ने क्वेश्चन पूछा है, तो वो ज़रूर रिवाइज करके जाना है. ओके, सो थैंक यू एवरीबॉडी. थैंक यू सायरा, सविता, अमित फॉर जॉइनिंग दिस सेशन. अगर कुछ भी करके सिलेक्शन चाहिए अमित, तो बायोलॉजी में एटलीस्ट एनसीईआरटी को एकदम अच्छी तरीके से समझ के याद कर लो. रटो नहीं, क्योंकि भूल जाओगे. समझ के याद कर लो. और उसके साथ साथ में ऐसा नहीं है कि सिर्फ एनसीईआरटी में भी आपको ये पता होना चाहिए कि आपको कहाँ से ज़्यादा पढ़ना है और कहाँ से आप थोड़ा बहुत मैनेज भी कर सकते हैं. तो आपको कैसे पता चलेगा अमित क्या एनसीईआरटी के ऐसे कौन से टॉपिक्स है, लाइन्स है जहाँ से अगर थोड़ा कम भी पढ़ें तो चलेगा? वो आपको PYQs और इस टाइप के PYQ सेशन से ही आइडिया लग सकता है, राइट। सो एनसीईआरटी को भी आप स्मार्टली स्टडी कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि ये भी कोई एक चैप्टर थोड़ी, 38 चैप्टर्स है यार, है ना। तो 38 चैप्टर्स को भी ऐसे याद करना या रटना इतना आसान नहीं है, राइट। तो अभी मेरे 340 आसपास आ रहे हैं, मैं ट्यूशन एग्जाम में, ओके दैट्स फाइन, बट आपको अमित थोड़ा और पुश करना। अभी आप 340 ला रहे हैं आउट ऑफ 360, राइट, ये बहुत अच्छा स्कोर है, और अगर आप कोशिश करें तो आप उसको और इम्प्रूव कर सकते हैं, और अगर इम्प्रूव ना भी हो तो एटलीस्ट 340 पर स्टिक ज़रूर हो, 340 से नीचे ना जाएं। क्योंकि एक और चीज़ है अमित, आप लोग जितने भी हैं यहाँ पर, आप जितना भी स्कोर करते हैं ना अपने इन मॉक टेस्ट के अंदर, तो वही लगभग वही स्कोर आपका मेन एग्जाम में भी आता है। तो अगर आप 340 कंटिन्यूसली ला रहे हो, 340 350 कंटिन्यूसली ला रहे हो, तो आपके मेन एग्जाम में भी वही आएंगे, वो ऑल ऑफ अ सडन कोई जूम करके नहीं बढ़ जाएंगे। तो अगर आप इससे बेहतर करना चाहते हैं तो आपको अपने मॉक टेस्ट में भी इस स्कोर को बढ़ाना होगा। तो भले अगर आपको मेरी बात पे यकीन ना हो, तो जब आपका रिजल्ट आएगा तब आप रिलेट कर पाएंगे कि जितना आप मॉक टेस्ट में स्कोर कर रहे थे, लगभग वही स्कोर आपका मेन एग्जाम में भी आएगा। इज दैट ओके अमित? May I know how better I can help you other than this? Amit, Savita, any suggestions? Anything that you would like me to do in these sessions? Okay. So thank you guys. Thank you very, very much for joining as well as participating in this session. That's all from this session. Bye-bye.